gratuity, man, must make a big placard. Go by the police headquarters, go by the financial center, go on the ministry. Social media these days, if they try nothing, your camera, your phone, other people, make a stir, you're wasting money going. I don't say that. The little you have to pay your loan, you have to take care of your family, your thing. Must make a stir, or you're too quiet in that damn country, and I empathize with you. As a police officer, my brother, I don't like police officers, particularly those that think, well, they're mongoose and ready to brutalize people, and I warning them, I do talking. But please, my brother, I can advise you to just make a big placard outside financial center every 2 days, every day, what you can afford, and make a stir. You don't want to talk to your big placard. Have it on a pole, lift it up high. You cannot render all that service to country, and now you have to be a beggar. Matt, what are you talking about? The country, what, Matt? The country breaking too?
The country broke. 449-3095-96 and 97. More telephone calls, yes?
Matt, you can remember a certain police officer, I think it was Mr. Irish, who was on your radio, he told them after 3 months, he had everything packaged waiting for him. Man.
Yes, I remember that. Yes.
Tell him to call Irish, and ask Irish how he get his money. He got his money waiting for him, even before he was outside. His money was there. Ask Irish how we do that. Bye-bye.
All right, on the telephone, I don't think it's fair to the officer. You know what is being done to him. 41 and 3 months, you said?
41 is 3 months, 19 days.
All right. Hello, talk to me on the telephone, yes?
Matt, good morning. How you doing?
Morning to you.
Man, I don't think we should really put politics in that. Let's keep politics out of that. I think, could it be something internal? Because, there's a lot of police officers just like him that's retired, and I think they don't have that problem. So is it something deeper that we don't know?
Let me allow him to answer you. Have you done everything that you know you should do?
I did everything that I should do. I brought my birth certificate to the administration officer at police headquarters.
Mm-hmm.
They make me sign a bridge pension. They make me write a letter, everything. And I asked the lady if everything is all right. She told me yes. All I have to do when I reach 60 years is go in the treasury
and collect. So, Al, you seem to know something that I don't know. What else do you expect him to do?
Matt, you again putting words in my mouth. Let me ask him one more question, and then I'll leave.
All right.
Sir, have you spoken to any of your colleagues that have been retired before, just to ask them, hey, what they did that maybe I'm not doing? To give you a little advice. Have you spoken to any of them?
I spoke to a lot of my colleagues. I did everything that I had to do.
Any more questions, Al?
No, Matt. Have a happy 4th of July.
Happy independence yourself. Thank you very much. Happy 4th of July. Hello, talk to me on the telephone, yes?
Yeah, Matt, good morning, and good morning to your guests.
Good morning.
Matt, you gave an advice, and you probably need to follow up on that, Matt. Call Mr. Irish, and so that the policeman can get in contact with Mr. Irish, so Mr. Irish can show the policeman the ropes so that he can get his gratuity in a record time as Mr. Irish did. According to Inspector Weeks, what is good for the goose is good for the gander. Matt, what is the role of the police, the service commission?
The Welfare Association.
Yeah, Police Welfare Association. The gentleman reported to the Police Welfare Association already with respect to that.
Let me ask him, have you reported to what?
The Police Welfare Association is fully aware of that. I went to them on numerous occasions and spoke to them. All these guys, they are afraid of the authorities.
They are afraid
of the authorities. They're afraid to speak.
You heard that, Brian?
They're afraid to speak.
Yeah, and I hope Al is listening, Mark. I hope Al is listening, that they are afraid of the authorities. They are afraid of the politicians controlling the Dominica police force. And the gentleman said something there which is working against him, and we have to highlight it. He said he doesn't support the government. And we know what it is in Dominica. If we are supporting security, they're supporting anybody. You are under the gun. They will not regard you as any normal citizen.
Mm-hmm.
You will be discriminated against, especially if you are doing your work well. They will. That is how we run business, Matt. And they have even people in court for talking about all of those inconsistencies and incompetencies within the police force, have them charged for treason when we try to highlight the problems within the police service. Recently, Matt, we heard the Prime Minister interacting with the police, and we heard them, some of them getting packages, Matt. You understand? So we know what is happening where they have politicized the police force. The acting commissioner, they have him acting for 6 months, and because he recognized the other day that his acting was not up to standard, he came out to the press and tried to give an idea of his feeling report card, Matt. So we see it is back to the politicians with respect to the organizational structure, with respect to the process and the procedures that are involved in people receiving their pension at the right time, Matt. And all of that is broken down. The whole thing, we've been saying it for years and months here. All of that is broken down, and that is, and it also points, it is directly related to the fact that we do not have proper election laws in Dominica. We need electoral reform so that we can elect a competent government of our choice that will not weaponize the police force against us, that will not politicize the police force, that will manage the police force properly so that when policemen are due for promotion based on merit, they will get promotion based on merit rather than political affiliation. They will get their pension based on their performance and their years of service and experience rather than political affiliation, as we see happening here right now. So this young man, I want to advise him to join us on Sunday, sir. Come and join the struggle on Sunday so that we can have electoral reform to ensure that we have free and fair elections and good governance of our choice, governance that will respect the police and appoint competent police chief and leadership so that the police force will not be in the type of disarray that it is today. And right now, you cannot even get your gratuity. And again, Matt is right. The country is broke, my brother. All our money is outside, and the police didn't even assist us in arresting Hayden, that man, with all our money outside, and even arresting Mr. Skerritt and McIntyre to bring them in the charge room to question them like they question us on bogus charges. Bring them up in CID and question them about. That is the duty, the responsibility of the police. If they don't have the local resources, they have the regional resources available to them, fraud squad from the region, and so to come and help them solve crime to deal with our problems. Thanks a lot for the opportunity.
Thank you. A police officer is reporting to me this morning, Matt. It's very unfortunate that this situation is happening to my fellow colleague. Matt, please note, it's not a favor they're doing him or anyone. He has served 41 years and 3 months and has given his necessary instruments to receive his benefits as the law stipulates. And they're just not listening to you at this point. They're not listening. All right, let's take a few more phone calls here as we, of course, continue with the police officer actually begging for his gratuity after serving the state for 41 years and 3 months. Hello, talk to me. Yes?
Mr. Pelte, quickly, do not take offense, but it's your right too. I took offense, so you have a right to. But when you ask the man about his political affiliation, I take us close to you again, you read it like them police gave you. Matt, did they give you a read it now?
No.
Okay, that's just a joke, Matt. Matt, we're dealing with a kleptocracy, a government of thieves. We're supposed to have a meritocracy. Everything's supposed to be based on it. Merit, Matt. And I believe for a man to serve 41 years, almost 42 years, Matt, as a police officer, he's kept there that period of time is based on his merit, his competency, Matt. Matt, don't you believe for a man to stay in the... Nobody fired him.
No.
He retired. And now we have to be begging based on what? His political affiliation, like Blue said Irish, and I heard Irish said that in a matter of months. They said to him. So I have to go and leak people behind for me to get what is due to me. I was qualified enough based on my merit. I serve a country for almost 42 years, and now I have to be a beggar. And I look at like the last resort, the brother come there. I know he did not want to ruffle any feathers, but he have no choice, and the country cannot be broke, Brian, when I meet the arrested too. We have billions of dollars stashed away by these criminals, Matt. And you're telling me the country is broken in half, Matt? Have a blessed day.
My fellow colleagues, another police officer is saying, on the same one, should take note, particularly the Police Welfare Association should intervene with immediate effect and call an emergency meeting. That's what another police officer is suggesting. Hello, talk to me. Yes, to deal with the situation,
Yes,
because
but
tomorrow
you
you may be in the same situation.
the
Yes.
police that have to take duty on the 7th. I hope they're taking note. I hope they are taking note of what's really happening. I'm listening.
All right, take care. Let's take more phone calls. Are you there? Yes.
Yes, good morning, Matt.
Morning to you, sir.
Yeah, let me see if I can put a little professional spin on the subject on hand, and while doing so, to say to Al that to suggest or to make it look that might not be part of a bigger political problem that is really on the wrong line, on the wrong track. Matt, this issue really reflects the human resource management. Well, the guy works, and let me say, I want to simplify to the police officer. But yes, it is the police force, the Police Welfare Association, and so on. But it is part of a bigger problem, Matt. This is part of a bigger problem. It reflects the whole human resource management in the public service. The public service in relation to retirement, there are standard processes and procedures, and there are functionaries in place to ensure that those procedures and processes are abided to. But what we see happening, I mean, when you retire in the public service or in the police service, since about like a year, 2 years before you are flagged, and you receive correspondence to indicate to you by such and such a date, your retirement date will be due. And as soon as that is done, that triggers the processes and the procedures that need to put in place so that by the time you retire, your file, your documents, and so on are already processed and in the treasury and in the audit before you get your payment. But this is not what is happening in the recent time. I've had a brother who retired in the public service recently. He stayed over a year, before he got his gratuity just recently there. And it cannot be that for you to get your retirement, your gratuity, that it has to be based on who you know. I hear you Matt asking the guy, his political leanings. Those things don't matter. These things are supposed to be on a first come, first serve basis. And for that matter, those retirement benefits are supposed to be part of the budget proposal. Every year, based on the fact that you are flagged, the Treasury is already aware who are the people who should retire, and all the monetary provisions supposed to be made to facilitate that. But what we see happening is a total breakdown in the public service with regards to their human resource management function and capacity. This is what is happening. It cannot be on a preferential basis. Right now, people have to go to the financial secretary, if you know her. You have to call the minister how many times and those kind of things for you to get your gratuity. This is out of place, and this is why we are telling Dominicans we have a malfunctioning government, bad governance. These are the issues, and this brings us right back as Brian Linton was suggesting, right back to the issue of political of electoral reform. When you have a government that is not genuine, that is not legitimate, that is just because of a sham election, what do you expect you're going to get, man? And the public is being the public that has the problem. The man has his family, he has everything to take care of, and you have to have the man in this kind of situation coming to the radio to get recourse in those kind of matters. I hope, Matt, that will share and I will understand where governance and political governance comes in with regards to those kind of matters. Thank you very much.
Thank you for sharing. As he said, you were, of course, you had to be informed a year before, so something was not done right. at the government headquarters or the police. And the fact that you're now struggling to, of course, to get your gratuity after 41 years of service. Any final comment before you go? We have a next stop.
Well, I want to thank you for having me on your program. I feel like relieved because I really had that thing to say.
But somebody said you should go and protest outside with your placard, outside the police headquarters or maybe outside Treasury. Is it something that you might want to consider?
Well, I have my options open.
You have your options open. And you're looking forward to...
I'm looking forward for my monies. Caesar is looking for his reward. As I tell them, render to Caesar what is due to Caesar. I'm not going to beg anymore.
And you have, as you said, you have other options that you might want to consider.
Yes, I have other options.
You seem very frustrated.
I spoke to my lawyer already. I paid some money by the lawyer already.
But you're struggling as a result because you have your loans and everything to pay.
Yes, I have a loan. I have a small loan, and the pension, the small pension money I receive, I have to pay part of the loan with it, and then the rest of the money is bills. So the gratuity would be
coming in time.
In time, so I could do what I have to do, plan my investment, take care of my stuff.
Okay, officer, thank you very much for coming this morning. I will follow up with you to find out. Anytime you get it, let us know.
Yes, thank you, Matt. It's a pleasure.
All right, it's a pleasure. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much. We're going to come back with D&D in the morning. Stick around.
Tune in every morning for The Hot Seat on Q95. The latest happening events, breaking stories, and behind-the-scenes in-depth investigative reports. Stay locked for more fair and balanced talk on The Hot Seat on Q95. The big station.
Will you be there to stand Sunday, July 7th, 4 p.m.?
When they went and took salary increases for themselves, they were not concerned about the thousands of public officers who they gave nothing at all, while the Prime Minister took a 50% increase in salary, and he gave his ministers 28% increase in salary. Only they needed salary adjustments so that they could cope with the circumstances that they have visited on the people of Dominica. They're responsible for the economy and the suffering of the people. They take care of themselves from the people's money, and they leave the people without. And the people are afraid, say what? They're afraid to come out and show that they are disgusted. Well, the people must understand what happens elsewhere in the world. When people are oppressed, when people are unfairly treated, as they are being unfairly treated in Dominica, when the people's rights are being set aside, the democratic rights are being set aside, when the right to elect a government is being taken away from them, the government by their majority votes is being taken away from them, they have to stand. They have to stand, or else the oppression will continue.
Sunday, stand for your rights. The Arch in Roseau, the People's Parliament, 4 p.m.
In this hot summer, D&D Plumbing is doing it again. It's the points and deals bonanza from June 10th to July 31st. The more you buy, the more points you get, the more discounts you receive. Get to 25 points and you get 10% discount. From 35 to 40 points, you receive 12.5% discount. And from 45 to 50 points, you get 15% discount. The more times you purchase, the more discounts you receive. Come to D&D today and purchase anything store-wide and get your card with 5 points already on it. And the more points you get, the more discounts you receive. And your bonus only for the month of June is the Drain Buster. Get your Drain Buster today and enjoy 10% discount. D&D Plumbing. Terms and conditions apply.
Tune in every morning for The Hot Seat on Q95. The latest happening events, breaking stories, and behind-the-scenes in-depth investigative reports. Stay locked for more fair and balanced talk on The Hot Seat on Q95. The big station.
In this hot summer, D&D Plumbing is doing it again. It's the points and deals bonanza from June 10th to July 31st. The more you buy, the more points you get, the more discounts you receive. Get to 25 points and you get 10% discount. From 35 to 40 points, you receive 12.5% discount. And from 45 to 50 points, you get 15% discount. The more times you purchase, the more discounts you receive. Come to D&D today and purchase anything store-wide and get your card with 5 points already already own it. And the more points you get, the more discounts you receive. And your bonus only for the month of June is the Drain Buster. Get your Drain Buster today and enjoy 10% discount. T&D Plumbing. Terms and conditions apply.
To news from Sunrise Airways. Starting May 25th, we're expanding to the Eastern Caribbean with new service to St. Kitts, Antigua, Dominica, and St. Lucia. Enjoy round-trip fares starting as low as $199 US. Book now at sunriseairways.net or through your travel advisor. Experience the best in travel with Sunrise Airways. We fly to connect people. Book today.
In this hot summer, D&D Plumbing is doing it again. It's a points and deals bonanza from June 10th to July 31st. The more you buy, the more points you get, the more discounts you receive. Get to 25 points and you get 10% discount. From 35 to 40 points, you receive 12.5% discount. And from 45 to 50 points, you get 15% discount. The more times you purchase, the more discounts you receive. Come to D&D today and purchase anything store-wide and get your card with 5 points already own it. And the more points you get, the more discounts you receive. And your bonus only for the month of June is the Drain Buster. Get your Drain Buster today and enjoy 10% discount. T&D Plumbing. Terms and conditions apply.
This is Esther Banton, your Tropical Water Ambassador, with your hurricane tip for today. Be prepared. Being prepared before a hurricane threatens makes you resilient to the hurricane impacts of wind and water. It will mean the difference between you being a hurricane victim or a hurricane survivor. Be prepared and remember to stock up on Tropical water.
Due to some technical issues there, we're unable to present our friends here from D&D, the big summer promotion. We'll present this in a subsequent program. Our apologies. Gonna come back.
Tune in every morning for The Hot Seat on Q95, the latest happening events, breaking stories, and behind-the-scenes in-depth investigative reports. Stay locked for more fair and balanced talk on The Hot Seat on Q95, the big station.
All right, Dominica. As I've always said, Dominica is pregnant with issues. We try to relieve her maybe 1, 2, 3 times, or 3 a day. We're not always successful, but we just try. Now, this is a constitutional crisis based on what I'm hearing. And the other persons are actually trying to make sense out of the fact that we don't have an opposition leader. Listen to what we discovered yesterday. Listen to, and Mr. I think it was the president of the United Workers' Party, who of course exposed that yesterday, late yesterday afternoon, during the Talk on the Block program. Listen to Mr. Linton.
The president of the Commonwealth of Dominica has taken almost 2 weeks to mastermind a constitutional crisis through willful violation of the constitutional provisions for the appointment of a leader of the opposition.
Yes.
And I think you indicated you saw a letter.
I did.
I saw a letter that was addressed to
Mr. Paris,
Senator Delbert Paris. It appears that Senator Delbert Paris was the gentleman who wrote to the president, or it was a joint letter, I understand, from the senators on the opposition side and the member for the Salisbury constituency, the Honorable Jesma Paul, indicating that, according to this letter I'm reading here, purportedly in accordance with provisions section 66(2) of the Constitution of the Commonwealth of Dominica, directing the president as to the appointment of a leader of the opposition. And that is what she is writing about. And it goes on to say here, I am to advise that Her Excellency, this letter is coming from the Secretary of the President, Her Excellency, having given careful and deliberate consideration to your letter, section 66, in particular subsections 2 and 6 of the Constitution of the Commonwealth of Dominica and precedent, has determined that unelected senators are not empowered to canvass the president nor otherwise participate in the appointment of the leader of the opposition, nor is the president, on the occasion of the appointment of the leader of the opposition, required to take into account any views of unelected senators. I am to advise further that the former leader of the opposition having resigned from that office, there is no elected member of the House who appears to Her Excellency most likely to command the support of a majority of the elected members of the House who do not support the government, nor is there any elected member of the House who appears to Her Excellency to command the support of the largest single group of elected members of the House who do not support the government. Accordingly, Her Excellency has determined that there is no elected member of the House who qualifies to be elected leader of the opposition in accordance with the provisions of section 66 of the Constitution. Matt Peltier, this is disgraceful. The Constitution at section 66(2) clearly provides first option available to the president is to elect from among the elected members of the parliament who do not support the government, the elected member who commands the support of the majority of the elected members who do not support the government. In the case of Dominica at this time, you have 2 elected members who do not support the government. In this case, one has resigned. The other one is there, but for you to have the majority, both of them must agree. My understanding is that they don't agree. So you do not have an elected member now who commands the support of the majority of the elected members. The Constitution at 66(2) goes on to say, or if no such
situation can?
If no such elected member commands that support,
use a discretion.
Then, not discretion. The elected member now, the one of the two, who commands the majority, the support of the largest single group of members, not elected members, members now, who do not support the government. The members who do not support the government include the senators. The composition of the parliament is defined at Section 33 of the Constitution to include senators. So the membership in the House, members of the House, comprise elected and unelected members. The president with this letter has taken elected members out of the consideration in violation of the Constitution. So what is the president going to do now? She says that there'll be no opposition leader. But the Constitution tells you how the opposition leader should be appointed in these circumstances. And it is crystal clear. Everybody should read Section 66.2. Matt, more reasons why the people of Dominica should assemble on Sunday. We need to talk about all these things because you see what is happening here? We have a president who is not doing the work of the president independently. You have a president who is working for the prime minister who appointed her. And so when I follow these pieces of correspondence that I've seen on this matter, it is clear to me that it's not a president acting, it's a president working for a prime minister who appointed her to the post of the president. And I don't think it gets any more.
So as we speak, we have no opposition leader.
And based on this, you're likely to have no opposition leader. When the Constitution says there shall be an opposition leader, it clearly provides for how the appointment should be made. And the president is willfully violating the provisions of the Constitution in order to create some, I don't know what the plan is, but obviously it's to create some confusion in what's going on.
The confusion continues, and of course, we get the other side. What about the agreement signed between Jasmine and Mr. Charles? We have a copy of that letter we might share with you sometime later on the program. The debate continues. But you know, it's a Thursday. And we have our friends there from Auto Trade and EMS. It's a very busy morning, Dominica. Stick around. I know you're busy to put your 2 pence. Mr. Darius Liquent also standing by, guys. We have more time in the afternoon, so we might do that, okay? So stick around, Dominica. Stick around. Stick around.
Exciting news from Auto Trade. Incredible savings are here. Take advantage of Auto Trade's Thrifty Thursday promotion. Mark your calendars. On the last Thursday of each month, Auto Trade is offering up to 20% off items throughout the store. Yes, 20% off. But wait, there's more. Keep your eyes peeled for our exclusive Deal of the Day offer, bringing you even bigger discounts on select items. Whether you're looking for car accessories, maintenance essentials, or just browsing for a great deal, we've got you covered. So be sure to swing by Auto Trade every last Thursday. At Auto Trade, it's more than a vehicle, it's a relationship. Terms and conditions apply.
Boy, lights go again. You see that light that just keep going?
Auto Trade is introducing our very own mobile app. Yes, the Auto Trade app is here. From scheduling your service appointments, request financing, checking our vehicle and parts inventory, to receiving personalized coupons and sales specials. Life is so much easier with the new Auto Trade app. Download the Auto Trade app from the Play Store or App Store today. Call us at 255-6800. Auto Trade, it's more than a vehicle, it's a relationship.
Auto Trade introduces our newest line of lubricants, Valvoline, America's first branded motor oil. Valvoline has been formulating and improving motor oil longer than any other brand. From the world's first racing oil to the world's first synthetic blend, Valvoline has been trusted in engines around the world for over 150 years. Make the switch today. Choose Valvoline, the original motor oil. At Auto Trade, we only recommend the best in quality because at Auto Trade, it's more than a vehicle. It's a relationship. Valvoline lubricants, now distributed by Auto Trade.
Good morning. Henry, how you doing, Esma? How you doing?
Good morning, good morning, good morning,
Seem to have a
Matt.
big smile this morning.
Oh, yes, today is a bright and sunny day, so I'm quite happy about that. We've had a lot of rain for the week.
Are you afraid of rain?
I'm not afraid of rain, but I do prefer to walk through the streets when the sun is out.
Okay.
And so today I'm here, well, firstly to speak about auto trade, all the good stuff that's happening at auto trade, why you should come on down to auto trade, if you have a vehicle, why you should become part of the auto trade family,
Okay.
and right now we have our rainy day special, and as you can imagine, a lot of people came in this week to take part or to take advantage of our rainy day special. For the people who don't know and they're wondering what is this rainy day special, it's a very simple promotion, but it's very effective, and it is a special that we have on wiper blades. So currently, to purchase a wiper blade at Auto Trade, you can get it for as low as $7 for a wiper blade. $7 for one wiper blade, so a pair would be $14. And one of the most incredible thing about purchasing your wiper blades at Auto Trade is, if you don't know your size or you don't know how to change them or to remove them and put on the new ones, we always, always, always assist you with that. So you can just come on down to Auto Trade, go to the store department, ask one of the customer service reps, if they can give you a little assistance, don't be shy. That's what they're here for. They are trained to do so. So they'll measure your wiper blades, remove the old one, and put the new ones on for you, just in case you need a little assistance. So we don't just sell it to you and turn our backs. We always ensure that our customers leave happy. So you go on down to Auto Trade, speak to the customer service reps, and just let them know that you're here to purchase some wiper blades, and you can get a pair of wiper blades for as low as $14 for the pair. Now, the reason why we have, put this rainy day special is because we understand the importance of having good wiper blades. If your wipers are not working well, if they are not wiping your windscreens to, its proper potential, what happens is that you don't see very clearly when you're driving. And you can imagine the kind of rain that we have been getting. You can imagine if you're driving and your wiper blades are not wiping the rain off clearly, that can cause an accident. So many bad things can happen simply because your wiper blades, are not good. They're not working to their full potential. So come on down to Auto Trade to purchase your wiper blades for only $14 a pair, and don't wait for a rainy day to come on down to Auto Trade. Go on down there today on a nice sunny day where the customer service reps can comfortably change your wiper blades, and you don't have to be worried that you might be standing in the rain a bit, or you have to run out of your vehicle in the rain. Come on down on a nice, bright, and sunny day like today. Right? Also down at Auto Trade, every month we celebrate our Thrifty Thursday. Every month we have our Thrifty Thursday promotion, and this month is happening on the 25th of July. Every month we have special discounts on various items in stock. So you come on down to Auto Trade, and if you're not sure, you can just ask, I hear you have Thrifty Thursday on the 25th. What all you have for me now? Come and down and ask us, because I'm quite sure that we will have something in stock that you can take advantage of. So we always encourage people, don't be afraid. Come on down to Auto Trade on a Thrifty Thursday, where you can get the opportunity to take advantage of our different promotions. So now you may be wondering, what are these promotions, or what are these discounts? What can I get? You may be saying, Desma, wow me. Tell me why I should come on down to Auto Trade on Thrifty Thursday. Now, on Thrifty Thursday, one of the things that I love to boast is that we offer a discount on our batteries. I want to start with batteries first, because um, everywhere else you purchase a battery and you get a discount, you void your warranty automatically. But on Thrifty Thursdays, you can get 15% off your batteries, and you will still get your warranty. At Auto Trade, our warranty period is also 16 months, which is, the highest warranty on island for batteries currently. So you get 15% off on tires, 15% off on accessories, 20% off on your steering wheel covers and the car mats, 15% off on batteries, and like I mentioned, that is inclusive of the warranty. 20% off on rims. So if you're looking to purchase rims, for yourself, for your significant other, or somebody's birthday is coming up, and you're thinking, I don't have that exact amount, I'm missing a little cash. Don't be alarmed. You can just hold on a little while and come on down to Auto Trade on Thrifty Thursdays, which is every last Thursday of every month. As long as there is a month, it's the last Thursday of that month, and you come on down to Auto Trade to take advantage of these promotions.
All right, let's take a break and we'll come right back. After this, stick around, Dominica. Our next stop is with EMS. Dominica, stick around.
Auto Trade. Incredible savings are here. Take advantage of Auto Trade's Thrifty Thursday promotion. Mark your calendars. On the last Thursday of each month, Auto Trade is offering up to 20% off items throughout the store. Yes, 20% off. But wait, there's more. Keep your eyes peeled for our exclusive Deal of the Day offer, bringing you even bigger discounts on select items. Whether you're looking for car accessories, maintenance essentials, or just browsing for a great deal, we've got you covered. So be sure to swing by Auto Trade every last Thursday. At Auto Trade, it's more than a vehicle, it's a relationship. Terms and conditions apply.
Boy, lights go again.
You see that light that just keep going and coming and coming and going? That's not good for our appliances, We cannot take it any longer. No TV, no Netflix. We cannot find our mobile phones, and the fan we have, we pack a trouble. Now, brand new fridge, that's buy for granny. That blow too. Ow! Look, I just punched my toe again in the darkness. But what is that for me now, boy? No, man, it's time we do something about that. Make that switch today, Jordi Mem. Don't wait another moment sitting in the dark. Switch to EMS today. At EMS, our expert team will skillfully customize your solar solutions to seamlessly fit all your solar needs. With smart energy backed by certified professionals, you'll have much needed peace of mind. Now is the right time to make the switch to EMS for unlimited, uninterrupted electrical power. Hurry, visit us on our website, www.emscaribbean.com, or call 255-6813. Make that switch to avoid consistent power outages. As I speak, another power outage could hit, or it could be within the next 15 minutes. Hurry, make that switch to EMS.
Auto Trade is introducing our very own mobile app. Yes, the Auto Trade app is here. From scheduling your service appointments, request financing, checking our vehicle and parts inventory, to receiving personalized coupons and sales specials. Life is so much easier with the new Auto Trade app. Download the Auto Trade app from the Play Store or App Store today. Call us at 255-6800. Auto Trade, it's more than a vehicle, it's a relationship.
Boy.
All right, good morning again. We're taking our final stop with the Auto Trade, and we'll move on to EMS. Back to you. Yes.
Good morning to all our listeners once again. And so, Matt, I always have to touch on our raffle that is going on.
Or the one I'm going to win.
The one that you're going to win. And so I just want everybody to know that the raffle is still on, and you still have the chance, the opportunity to purchase your ticket. The ticket is $150, and we have free means by which you can purchase your ticket. You can purchase it on the Auto Trade app. You can purchase it on the Auto Trade website, or if you're not too tech savvy or you don't really trust that online shopping thing, you can also come on down to the Auto Trade's cashier's booth, where you can purchase your ticket at the window and they can print out the ticket and hand it to you. So we have increased the various means by which you can purchase a ticket to ensure that everybody gets the opportunity to purchase a ticket. I don't want anybody meeting me on the road and say, I didn't get to buy a ticket now, because we have made different means for you to purchase your ticket. So you have the opportunity between now and September the 2nd, because we are doing the draw on the 3rd. So you have the opportunity to purchase your ticket and, get the opportunity to win. So come on down to Auto Trade or purchase it on the app. If you are not too certain of how to do so, we can always assist you. You can call us on the 255-6800 and, ask for a little assistance in purchasing that ticket. So remember, we have our rainy day special, purchase your wiper blades. We also have Thrifty Thursdays promotions going on. And lastly, don't forget to purchase your raffle ticket.
All right. So stand by. Somebody's saying, wow, you have good tires down there, Auto Trade.
Oh, yes,
That's a
yes.
testimony there for you.
Oh, I'm so happy that the person love the tires that they purchased. And I do hope that, they come back and purchase some more and tell a friend to come along to Auto Trade.
All right, Dominique, we're going to come back right after this.
Boy, lights go again.
You see that light that just keep going and coming and coming and going? That's not good for our appliances, We cannot take it any longer. No TV, no Netflix. We cannot find our mobile phones, and the fun we have, we pack our trouble. Now, brand new fridge, that's buy for granny. That blow too. Ow! Look, I just punched my toe again in the darkness. But what is that for me now, boy? No, man, it's time we do something about that. Make that switch today, Jordi Mem. Don't wait another moment sitting in the dark. Switch to EMS today. At EMS, our expert team will skillfully customize your solar solutions to seamlessly fit all your solar needs. With smart energy backed by certified professionals, you'll have much needed peace of mind. Now is the right time to make the switch to EMS for unlimited, uninterrupted electrical power. Hurry, visit us on our website, www.emscaribbean.com, or call 255-6813. Make that switch to avoid consistent power outages. As I speak, another power outage could hit, or it could be within the next 15 minutes. Hurry, make that switch to EMS.
EMS. Make that switch to EMS. Of course, our guy is standing by. I call him our colleague broadcaster.
Oh, that's correct. Because when he speaks, his voice is so powerful.
Yes. I had to bring down my levels there. I can tell you that.
Right. So good morning to all listeners once again. And I have in studio with me Mr. Goring, and he's going to help me, sell EMS to you guys, because you may be wondering, I hear them people talk about AC already, but why should I change my AC unit to a My Dear AC unit, or why should I switch over to a solar hot water? So we are here today to let you guys know some of the products that we have, the services that we offer, and always why you should choose EMS. Right, so we want to start off with our My Dear AC units, and currently we are fully stocked with units. And one thing I love about our My Dear AC units is the fact that we can customize it a bit to your needs. If we don't have the unit that you are looking for on island, we can always source it for you, right, Mr. Gorin?
That is correct, indeed. And we're so happy to be here with Matt Peltier on Q95, the big station. It's always a pleasure being in studio with him. He's so inviting and accommodating. And we want to let you know, the listeners, that the My Dear is second to none on island. In terms of efficiency, it has the highest efficiency right now. It's a 21 SEER unit, and SEER is an acronym for Seasonal Energy Efficiency Ratio. And the higher the SEER, the more efficient the unit, meaning you pay Domlec far less to operate it. Our closest competitor is at a 16 SEER, so it tells you you can actually pay about 40% less on your bill by using the My Dear. So in this, economic climate, it's always good to find ways of saving money, and we provide efficient cooling at very, very good prices, and also we give you a 2-year warranty. So with the My Dear, we give a 2-year warranty. Any manufacturer's defect or any malfunction related to the manufacturing process, we offer a warranty. And that's why we stand by our warranty. If a customer has an issue, we examine the unit, do our diagnostic testing, ascertain what's going on, and we are not hesitating at all to replace the unit if we've confirmed it's a manufacturing issue.
And Mr. Gorin, one of the good things about purchasing a My Dear AC unit is that we have technicians on island that can, if you have any issues, if you want to service or, stuff like that, they are here on island to assist you, to help you, to get your AC unit back up and running in the
Correct.
quickest time possible.
Correct. So it's a highly trained, competent team of technicians, and we not only train them in house, but have a lot of experience they gather in the field. So the good thing is when we come to your home or your business to install units, you have a guarantee from us. It's a professional installation. If the installation is faulty, under the warranty arrangement, we are going to be held accountable. And we want to be held accountable because we're confident in what we offer. So for Desma, MIDEA, MIDEA, is the way to go, not only with the 2-year warranty, Desma, but we have Wi-Fi functionality.
Oh, yes.
And I know that always excites you. You want to share with them?
Sure.
What excites you about the Wi-Fi functionality with the MIDEA?
Oh, yes, Mr. Goring. So with the MIDEA AC units, unlike most units on island, the Wi-Fi functionality allows you to schedule your, if you want to turn on your AC at a particular time,
Yes.
turn it off at a particular time, you can do so by just using your cellular device. Another great thing about that is, if you forget, you may be rushed out of home, you're not sure if you put off the AC unit or not, you don't have to run back into the house to see if you put it on, to see if you put it off. Sorry, you can just simply check on your phone and see if the AC is off or see if it's still on, and you can put it off yourself, even if you are not at home, right? And that is so amazing, because right now everybody's so busy, we're always on the go, but we always have our cell phones with us, so that makes it so much easier. And another thing that I like to say is that if you lose your remote, you always have a remote, because you have your phone with you.
Correct.
So you can turn on your AC, you can put it off with your phone, you can schedule if you want to put on your AC unit or not, so you can walk home to a nice, on a day like today when it's hotter,
Yes.
you can come home to a nice cool
You said
home.
it's hotter now?
Yes, it's a bit.
You should look on the outside. Open that window.
It's raining now, man.
Oh, okay.
Oh, it's unpredictable.
Oh wow, the weather. Yes,
sir.
because when I came into studio, outside was very dry.
I know.
It was very hot.
but to your point, Desma, that Wi-Fi functionality is so important.
Yes.
And is available at no additional charge, no hidden fee. It's in the package. The 2-year warranty is in the package. It's all inclusive. And we are so happy to offer those features and benefits and advantages to customers, especially of the big station. And I'm telling you, I'm so impressed with the listeners of this station. They really support us. The phones, whenever we come to the station on those days, the phones at EMS rings a lot. People have queries, they want information, they want to arrange surveys, and we respond. And our numbers are 255-6813. That's 255-6813 or 613-1180. That's 613-1180. Call us today and even visit us. We're right adjacent to Auto Trade, above Island Car Rental. You come to the office. We have a team ready, customer-oriented people who want to exceed the expectations. We provide information, we provide consultancy, and of course, we want not only to sell your unit, we want to build a relationship. EMS is big on relationships. So years from now, I have a customer who bought a unit in 2015, and it's now 9 years. She bought a Lennox unit back then, the Lennox, and she is so impressed it's working better than many others that came and failed. Because in our competitive climate, you have people who companies sell ACs. They call them inverters, but when you investigate the SEER rating, they're not at the standard they should be as inverters. So, Matt, you might have an inverter with a 14 SEER or 12 SEER. That's far too inefficient
How
to be an inverter.
Sort of explain the SEERs, because people out there
Yes.
don't understand the concept there.
So the SEER is seasonal, is an acronym for Seasonal Energy Efficiency Ratio. And this here is rated not by the company manufacturing it. You have independent entities who go into companies and assess the level of efficiency. So we have been, an idea, the Mission X unit has been confirmed to be a 21 SEER. And there's no company on island at 21. beside us. The closest competitor is a 16 SEER. So putting it simply, Matt, if you have an inverter out there, let's say with a 12 or 14 SEER, you're paying much more to operate the unit than if you have a 21 SEER. I'm saying on a 21 SEER compared to a 14 SEER, you are paying about 40% less on the electricity bill for a comparable period. Let's say an 8-hour operation, let's say you run it, you see from 8 to 4 p.m. or in the evenings, an 8-hour period. With our unit at 21 SEER, you pay about 40% less to operate it. And I think that's very much important for customers to take note of, because Desma, in our environment here, culturally too, if let's say a manager has a need for an AC, he has a secretary to get 3 quotations. The 3 quotation rule is in effect. That's great. So they call 3 different entities and request them to send quotations via email, or they go to pick them up. When they go for the quotations, the normal person will just look at the price and assume I'm buying a 12,000 BT unit. It's cheaper at this entity, and they go to buy it. And saying beside the lower price, ask about the SEER rating.
As a matter of
to get
fact,
value for money.
I'm just getting a text message from a satisfied customer who said, Matt, he's right. Medea AC unit delivers.
Wonderful. That's great feedback, Matt. Very good feedback. And here we have a testimonial. Live in studio. It came to Matt's phone. The person said, we're correct. So we're not giving you a sales pitch. We're not being bombastic. We're not embellishing anything. We're giving you the facts as they are. Customers have confirmed Medea is second to none on the island right now.
Right. And Mr. Gorin, before our time runs up, let's just touch on our solar hot water heaters. You know, like Matt said, today's a rainy day. And some people are maybe wondering, it's switched from sunny day to rainy day.
Yes.
How my solar hot water is going to operate? I want to take my hot shower. Do I have to be worried that rain is now falling and I cannot take my shower? Some people are wondering. So, Mr. G, let's touch on that a bit and give them the assurance that they need to know that, our solar hot waters are the perfect choice when you are thinking of, taking that hot shower.
Wonderful. So given the engineering design of our EMS hot water heaters, we use evacuated tubes linked to the tank, as against the conventional solar panels you know about and so forth. So the engineering design have confirmed these tubes are far more adaptable in different conditions. You may be in Shawford, you may be in Loda, a lot of overcast conditions. Our units are still able to generate some level of hot water compared to the traditional design. Beside that, if it rains nonstop, and maybe the hurricane belt, this time of the year, a lot of rain is out, and the sun is hardly coming out some days. Let's say you have 3 or 4 consecutive days of rainfall, and you're hardly seeing the sun. We have a power booster, which we offer to you at no additional charge. And with a power booster, you can revert to Domlec for brief periods to get your hot water. And then when the sun comes back out, you revert to the sun power fundamental option.
Right. And one beautiful thing, one amazing thing about purchasing a solar hot water heater is that, on days when, we maybe don't have light, but you still have, running water, you can still take that warm bath. You don't have to be worried that there's no light, so you kind of take your shower, or sometimes in the middle of your shower, light goes, and if you have an electrical water heater, you might be trying to, rush that bath very quickly.
Yes.
Because you know that the water is going to switch to cold water very, very shortly. So with the solar hot water heaters, you don't have to be worried about that. You have that peace of mind knowing that you will have an uninterrupted hot shower, a nice shower without the worry that light might go at any minute, and you half of you full of soap.
Right. Now to your point, here it is. Let's say yesterday it was very sunny. You have stored in your tank, let's say you have a 50-gallon tank, about 50 gallons of hot water. Okay? So the following morning, even if it rains in the morning, you're using from your stored water supply. So you have stored hot water to shower the following morning. So even though there may not be any sunshine out at 7 o'clock, that's fine because you're using from your resources. So that's a good thing with having the solar water heater. And to your point, if Dumbler goes, no problem. You still enjoy your shower because it's not dependent on Dumbler for heating. We use the sun power option. And we have a 1-year warranty for our solar water heaters, and they go from 30 gallons all the way up to 80 gallons. It's 30, 50, and 80-gallon sizes. And I want persons to know our prices are second to none again with the solar water heaters. The 30-gallon is $3,508. Now, Matt, that's a big difference compared to other competitors. It's about $900 lower than another a similar size unit. And for our 50-gallon, this is a very nice size to have a family of 4 or 5. It's $4,541. Now, Desma, that price is so good, I must mention it. $4,541 for 50 gallons. Now, Matt, our main competitor is offering a 50-gallon for $5,625.
And that's a big difference.
Big difference, Matt.
In these tough economic times.
Well said. So we give you value for money at EMS. Call us today, arrange a survey. We send our technicians out, competent technicians, to assess your needs and to advise you on the size of system that will be, quite appropriate for your needs.
Now, Mr. Graham, before we leave, let's just remind the customers of where we are located and our numbers so they know where to find us and how to get in contact with us.
Okay, our numbers again. Please write those numbers down. Very important. 255-6813. That's 255-6813 or 613-1180. 613-1180. We are located adjacent to Auto Trade, above the Island Car Rental business. Come see us today. Call us. And we are always guaranteeing you we will exceed your expectations.
All right. Thank you very much. We'll see you again soon, I imagine.
All right. Ahmad, it was
so
a
much,
pleasure being here
Check
today.
the rain on the outside. Eh? You need the umbrella stepping down there.
Oh, yes. Thank you.
All right. Have a great day. Say hi to the rest of the staff. Okay. Thank you very much. Thank you.
You see that light that just keep going and coming and coming and going? That's not good for our appliances, We cannot take it any longer. No TV, no Netflix. We cannot find our mobile phones, and the fun we have, we back at trouble. Now, brand new fridge I just buy for Granny. That blow too. Ow! Look, I just punched my toe again in the darkness. But what is that for me now, boy? No, man, it's time we do something about that. Make that switch today, Jordi Mem. Don't wait another moment sitting in the dark. Switch to EMS today. At EMS, our expert team will skillfully customize your solar solutions to seamlessly fit all your solar needs. With smart energy backed by certified professionals, you'll have much needed peace of mind. Now is the right time to make the switch to EMS for unlimited, uninterrupted electrical power. Hurry, visit us on our website, www.emscaribbean.com, or call 255-6813. Make that switch to avoid consistent power outages. As I speak, another power outage could hit, or it could be within the next 15 minutes. Hurry, make that switch to EMS.
Auto Trade introduces our newest line of lubricants, Valvoline, America's first branded motor oil. Valvoline has been formulating and improving motor oil longer than any other brand. From the world's first racing oil to the world's first synthetic blend, Valvoline has been trusted in engines around the world for over 150 years. Make the switch today. Choose Valvoline, the original motor oil. At Auto Trade, we only recommend the best in quality because at Auto Trade, it's more than a vehicle. It's a relationship. Valvoline Lubricants, now distributed by Auto Trade.
Let us all who are suffering in Dominica, who are brooks, let us all who are under the gun of this government, this bad governance that we have seen in the country over the last 2 decades, let all of us assemble on Sunday afternoon at the Arch in Roosevelt. Think of more than 1,000 young people going home at this time when things are so hard for families all around Dominica. What are you trying to do? You see, the government no longer understands the plight of poor people in this country, and it can afford to do that because it knows elections have consequences. And once it maintains control of the electoral process and it can do what it wants, then it can do what it wants with the electoral process. It can do what it wants with the people as well.
Enough is enough. The people will gather Sunday to tell their story. Sunday at the Arch, 4 p.m. People's Parliament.
Farmers, you don't have to wait for hurricane season for you have a plan for your farm. So clean, clear, and block all drain for water can flow easy when rain start for fall heavy. Chop and trim all tree branch when near and they overhang your property. Clean and make strong all your animal pen and them. Put all your important document and them like your farm record, your produce seller's license, your medical book in our heavy plastic bag. And of course, food for your hog, fowl, sheep, goat, and others. Lock them up so in our place with dry, like in our barrel. And if you have fertilizer, chemical, and small machine, wrap them up well for thief not find them. Remember, after Papa are you in charge of your life? So farmers, no forget a hurricane season. Your responsibility is to make a plan with your work for your farm. A message brought to you by the Division of Agriculture of the Ministry of Blue and Green Economy, Fisheries and National Food Security.
Actuellement, nous sommes dans saison cyclone. Pêcheurs et revendeurs poissons souple côté commission ça. Tous les jours, côté nouvelle temps là qui a sorti votre office tout le temps. Si vous avez un mauvais temps, on ben un cyclone qui vient, pas aller pêcher. Pêcheurs et revendeurs poissons souple nous avertir. Là, un cyclone qui vient, mettez tout document important dans une place qui est bien protégée, par exemple, quand un conteneur plastique. Faites certain ou n'y assez la glace pour préserver le poisson, si en tout cas il n'y a pas d'électricité. Changez. Priorité nous, c'est protection la vie et les propriétaires. Ça, c'est une commission pour division la pêche en ministre agriculture et la sécurité manger.
For all your shopping needs at the best prices in Dominica, shop at S-Smart. Shop smart at S-Smart. Shop smart at S-Smart. Can you get me some Lotto? Oh, my favorite. Shop smart at S-Smart.
I get a top-up, flow, and digital.
Shop smart at S-Smart. Sunday to Sunday.
Open on holidays.
Shop smart at S-Smart.
So much fresh fruit and produce.
Good quality service. Unlimited parking. All the best products at S-Smart. You get the best prices. Shop smart at S-Smart.
Be safe and be prepared. Be a smart shopper this hurricane season. Shop at S-Smart and get the essential hurricane supplies in one stop. A smart shopper will ensure his hurricane supplies include Crick's Vital Supplies, spotless bleach for purifying water and treating of mosquitoes, Oasis bottled water, lanterns, flashlights, and long-lasting Duracell batteries to power your equipment and radio. A variety of canned and preserved foods and grocery items, personal and healthcare items. The hurricane season is worry enough. Worry less. Shop smart at S-Smart and ensure that you have all the supplies to weather the storm before, during, and after.
Here's a quick vital survival tip for the hurricane season. The hurricane season is here. Do you know what to do? Here's a hurricane tip. Stock up on emergency supplies including water, protective clothing, medication, batteries, flashlights, road maps, and always keep a full tank of gasoline. Remember to have canned food, sardines, tuna, sausages on hand, as well as Crick's Vital Supplies, 4 flavors to choose from. This tip was brought to you by Crick's Vital Supplies, so that if and when the storm arrives, you are more than prepared. Be smart and remember to stock up on Crick's Vital Supplies, distributed by Springfield Trading Limited.
For decades, Sprinkle Trading Limited has provided Dominica with a very trusted distribution platform of the highest quality, best prices. Every day can't do without products and consumer brands. And as the Springfield Trading wheels of distribution continue to turn, we serve this nation with distinction on all levels, supported by a unique merchandising service, serving all major accounts across Dominica, the best daily distribution mobile network, and a dedicated support team. It is no doubt that Springfield Trading is being saluted for its market service confidence, efficiency, and consistency. With quality in everything, Springfield Trading is providing the brands you know and have come to trust, depend, and rely on with flowing confidence. Distributors for holiday foods, Grab a Holiday, Fruta, Real Fruit Juice, Juiced Right, Buster. You've got to have a Buster. Chubby, every day is fun day. Colgate, a world of care. Crooks Biscuits, your vital supplies. Cadbury Chocolate, makes every day delicious. And so many more products, only from Springfield Trading Limited, where quality is everything.
All right, we have a little time until about 10 o'clock this morning to deal with the crisis on hand as it relates to the Constitution. Good morning, good morning, good morning. I think Mr. Liquent has been following and observing this crisis as it relates to the lack. This country is running without an opposition leader. The president needs to intervene. It appears that Ms. Jasmine Paul is getting the support, although she resigning. She's getting the support from other senators to continue in that role. Mr. Liquent was he's observing. There are a lot of other views, but let's first listen to Mr. Liquent on this one. Good morning to you, sir. How are you doing? How are you doing? Hello?
Hello?
Yes, I'm here. Go ahead.
Yes, hi. There's one section of the Constitution that hasn't been quoted, which I think casts light on everything in a way that surprises me. Section 66. Mr. Linton referred to subsection 2. I want to refer us to subsection 5, which I think is much more dispositive but also more troublesome. Listen to what it says. Subsection 5. If it appears to the president that the leader of the opposition is no longer able to command the support of a majority of the elected members of the House who do not support the government, or if no other member, whatever, he shall, I must read that, or if no elected member of the House appears to him to be able to command such support, the support of the largest single group of members of the House who do not support the government, he shall remove the leader of the opposition from office. There are two things that come out of here. It says that the president can remove the leader of the opposition from office, but the Constitution does not go further and say, what must she do next? So the Constitution leaves it open right now, which is a major oversight, and that is a lesson that needs to learn.
So you're saying our hands are tied at this time, and the Constitution does not provide for this?
That is what we have before us right now, and that's why they're interesting. The problem that we have, though, further is that this all began because we had a resignation. And if the president receives a resignation and decides to accept it, then you can't unresign.
You
resign.
You cannot unresign?
No, you can't unresign. I mean, the president, wait a minute. When you resigned, you told me you don't want this job. You didn't give me any good reason why. And you can't show to me that the conditions have changed that would change your mind. You just resign like that, and now you want to come back and tell me, wait a minute, I made a mistake. No, this is national politics.
So your advice would have been. I'm just, of course, going on just what you're talking to me about. Would have been remain in that position until such.
Yeah, do not resign, because the whatever agreement that they had between she and Tony, between herself and Tony, was not done under the Constitution. That was their personal agreement, and I am almost certain, and this is where they have to learn lessons. An agreement without a means of enforcement is just a handshake. So they apparently did not have anything. They did not have anything signed by themselves and the former president, which says, "Here's what will happen. Here's how we're going to do it." They made an agreement. So if she had not resigned, for example, and Tony says we had an agreement, he would have to go to the president and tell the president, "Madam President, I had an agreement," and the president would say, "I'm sorry, I have no authority in this under the Constitution. That's between you and her."
Because from what I'm gathering, I'm not too sure whether she was aware of that agreement. From what I'm gathering,
well, exactly, she might not be. Although if and this is why it's troublesome.
But it's a signed agreement. It's a signed agreement. I've seen it. It's a signed agreement.
So if it is signed, it had to be. If it was not filed with the former president, it is not in the president's office. And without having it in the president's office, then the president cannot enforce it. And we don't know. At this point, we don't know whether it was the president's office or no. We know that they had the agreement. We do not know whether it was filed with the president and that he acted on that agreement. What we do know is that Mr. Tony must have indicated to the former president that I support Ms. Paul, otherwise the president couldn't have chosen her. He would have to have a reason for choosing her above Mr. Tony.
But what the situation is, from what I'm gathered, the senators on Mr. Tony's side, who he nominated as senators, he does not have their support at this time. So they're throwing the support behind Jasmine Paul, and now you're saying that you cannot unresign. That's the situation we're in.
Exactly, that's the situation we are in a situation that was created when that resignation occurred.
So she received some bad legal advice then?
That is what I would say, because based on what the Constitution is telling me here, the Constitution does not provide for how to settle this. And you can't go to court because this is an executive matter. The president, that is within her domain, the court can't tell her anything. The advice I would give, I will not give it publicly because people won't like it.
So you, but I'm sure the people will appreciate it because we're looking for a solution going forward. It appears that our hands are tied.
It seemed to me, as unpopular as this may be, based on the fact that Miss Paul was advised to resign, and I don't understand why she would resign, but she has resigned. These are the facts. And the president did not consult the Constitution Section 3, Subsection 3, which says it is not about resignation, it's about whether the office is vacant. The president really should have, when she received the letter, replied to Ms. Paul and said, "Excuse me, you are still a member of the House, so the office does not come vacant according to the Constitution." She having not done that and having accepted the resignation, she has two options. One, she can say, "Well, because you resigned and you don't want my job because you are my senator." Remember, everybody in Parliament belongs to the president.
Yes.
And so if you tell the president, "I no longer want to be a leader of the opposition," what can she do? She has to say yes. But she can tell you then, you seem to have constructively resigned from the House because the Constitution says that that's the only way you can stop being the leader of your opposition.
which is where you get in trouble, because the president obviously didn't make that analysis, because the president, if the president had made that analysis, the president would have said, since Ms. Paul has resigned and therefore has constructively resigned from the House, she's no longer a member of the House.
But she's resigned as the opposition leader, not a member of the House.
But remember, that's right. But remember, the Constitution says that the only way the office of the opposition leader can become vacant is if the leader of the opposition resigns from the House. That is what the Constitution says.
But I think from based on other analysis, she has resigned as opposition leader, not as a member of Parliament.
That is true. What I'm saying, I'm not saying that she ran as a member of the House. I'm saying the president could argue there's a constructive resignation because you cannot resign from the House. So the president could say, I am not going to accept your resignation.
Okay? Yes.
She would have said that. But the moment she said, I'm going to accept the resignation, she's saying, you have resigned from, you have met the conditions of subsection 3. But the president didn't do that either, because if the president had made that analysis, she would have automatically given the office to Tony. So the president didn't know what she was doing. Miss Paul, so they both received bad advice. So the only way out of this for me is, since the president in a way, well, I don't know, because here you have this letter from the senators.
Yes, I just saw the letter there from the Senator Delbert Paris, actually, giving support to the opposition leader, the resigned opposition leader.
So exactly. So here's the problem. And the president says, I'm sorry, I know you support her, but she told me she doesn't want the job. So the honorable thing for Ms. Paul to do is to sign a letter supporting Mr. Tony, and I will appoint Mr. Tony. Those are the options.
All right, let's move on. Very, very interesting that's going on there in Dominica. Wow. Hello, talk to me on the telephone quickly before we wrap.
Yeah, quickly, man. Not what I'm saying, very quickly, man.
Yes.
How could she have resigned? And if the president accepts her resignation, not advising her, you don't have to resign. There's an agreement for some transitional.
But from what I'm gathering, Blessing, the president was not aware of that agreement.
Well, you see, so somebody is manipulating all of them because of the inexperience. But you remember the statement, paying money to an opposition is like throwing money in a ravine?
Mm-hmm.
We do not need an opposition in Dominica. Who is manipulating them? Who is advising them? Now they play right into the hands of the criminals, man, the dictators. Thank you.
All right, hello. Let's see what happens there. Let's talk to another caller there. Hello, yes?
Yes, good morning.
Morning to you.
Yes. I think the Constitution is very clear as to 4 conditions under which the office of the leader of the opposition shall become vacant. So what Mr. Liquin said yesterday, the fact that the sitting leader of the opposition resigned, the president should not have accepted that resignation, because it states very clearly 3 things. If the leader ceases to be a member of the House, 2, if when the House first meets after the dissolution of Parliament, he's not then a member of the House, 3, if under the conditions of Section 35 of this Constitution, he's required to cease to perform his functions as a member, and 4, if he's removed from office. So what I want to say here is, just like basic requirements, for example, to be the President of the United States, it states in the Constitution 3 things. You have to be 35 years old, you have to be living in the U.S. for 14 years, and you have to be born in the U.S. That's stated clearly. And that's why Trump can run him as a convicted criminal. So there are the conditions here. 1, 2, 3, 4. So everything else the Constitution says doesn't matter, because to me, that stands. These are only 4 ways that it becomes vacant. The other thing you can say, if she resigns as a parliamentary representative, then it becomes vacant. she did not resign as a PAL rep. So what should have happened is that the president should say, I'm sorry, I cannot accept your resignation. Thank you.
All right. Well, the president did not say that. So what happens now? Somebody is, of course, suggesting that Matt, the president, did not get into office to deal with issues concerning the Constitution. She was put there as the president to do the Labour Party wishes. He does not know what the hell to do at this time. Of course, that issue will continue. I have a few lawyers standing by at 1 o'clock. Hello, talk to me on the telephone, yes? Good morning.
Good morning, man.
How you doing, sir?
I'm good. Is Mr. Liquin still there?
No, he's not. He's gone.
Okay. The question I wanted to ask him is that if he has not encountered similar text when it comes to the acceptance of what is described as the prime minister in the Constitution, it always talks about the deliberate judgment of the president. In other words, even if you're an elected member of parliament, even if you're the head of a political party with the majority in the House, the president can still reject you as the prime minister. When I read that, it kind of shocked me, man, because, it didn't sound like, it sounded like the president could do anything. That's what it sounded like to me. If the president felt that person, he didn't like that person in his judgment, and he didn't feel that person could command, words like that they use, the House, then, the president could just discard that person and pick someone else, even if that person was the head of a party and a parliamentarian himself or herself. When I read that several times, and I was like, wow. So is this is a British system, and our president is still like the governor? He or she can override the vote of the people or the process even because of his deliberate judgment. I would like Mr. Liquin to comment on that, Matt, because I've seen it several times and kind of scared me. Thank you.
All right, I'll try to see you. I think I had a brief conversation with Mr. Dyer last evening. I'll try to see if I can get him on the telephone sometime at 1 o'clock to see, as a former Attorney General, to get his understanding of what is we're presented with at this point. Hello, talk to me. Hello? I don't profess to be
the president, Matt, cannot just dismiss a leader of the opposition. This is what Clem is saying. The president has to have evidence of the support of the members who are supporting or not supporting that. And that
you mean to accept the resignation? That's what you're saying?
No. You're talking about the president appointing or disappointing a leader based on the president's perception that the leader doesn't control the majority of the opposition or whatever. Okay? I am saying that perception of the president must be based on evidence from the members who do not support the leader of the opposition by way of a letter or something. The president cannot just sit down there and figure out to himself and say, right now, Mr. Not have he hung on the majority of the support of the opposition members, so I want to change him. No, that has to be backed up by evidence. I agree with Darius to the extent that the president should have advised the leader of the opposition
yes.
To tell her, no, that's not possible. You cannot leave the job.
Mm-hmm.
These are the circumstances that you need to leave the job. But again, even the additional clause in 66.5 that you read confirms that when the vacancy, which is what happens now, because we have a vacancy, the office is vacant, there is a procedure, and the procedure outlines that if you cannot get settlement among the elected members of the opposition, you then extend it to the non-elected members. And he confirmed that in the clause 5 that you read. So there is a solution to this present crisis that was created by the president. But because you need to also ask yourself, and Mr. Liquan probably is a good position to answer that for me. Can we say the House is properly constituted, or Parliament is properly constituted with the absence of an opposition?
But I'm getting from Mr. Liquan there, who spoke earlier. He says that you cannot unresign when you resigned already. Can that happen? That's what I need to know.
No, but
and be re-elected as opposition leader?
No, but what happened there, what Mr. Liquan needs to keep in mind, that the resignation of the opposition leader, which was accepted wrongfully by the president, creates a vacancy. And we have a vacancy now. And there's a process and procedure to fill that vacancy. You understand? So everything else right now is mute. What we need to concentrate on to deal with that crisis.
But clearly, Brian, from what I'm gathering, that Mr. Charles does not have the support of the senators. So and of course, the senators are not elected members.
Exactly. So here it is now. If he becomes opposition leader, and then you have a situation where the majority of members in the opposition then writes to the president to tell them they're not supporting him and so on. The president then would have to act on that, but based on the constitution again read by the gentleman. So
who do you appoint, Brian? Who do you appoint as who do you appoint as opposition leader right now when the elected member from Marigot does not have the support of the senators or the elected member herself?
Well, Matt, that's why I'm saying we have to leave it to the procedure outlined in the Constitution, that the vacancy exists, and you have to try to get the person who commands the majority of the support among the opposition, elected members first. If you cannot get a situation with that, then you move to the other, you include the other members in the poll so that they could decide which leader they're supporting or not. And that is the outline clearly in subsection 2, and Dr. Liquan quoted section 5 to confirm what was said in section and subsection.
We'll continue at 1 o'clock, Dominica. And we have a stop coming up. We have to get to the expo, the Colombian Expo, and then we'll come back for our friends there from Eastside Trade. In the meantime, the confusion continues. Got to get some more experts on this at 1 o'clock.
Monday to Sunday.
Open on holidays.
This time we have I repeat, no opposition leader.
Unlimited parking. All the best products at S-Mart, you get the best prices. Shop smart at S-Mart.
Be safe and be prepared. Be a smart shopper this hurricane season. Shop at S-Mart and get the essential hurricane supplies in one stop. A smart shopper will ensure his hurricane supplies includes Crick's Vital Supplies, spotless bleach for purifying water and treating of mosquitoes, Oasis bottled water, lanterns, flashlights, and long-lasting Duracell batteries to power your equipment and radio. A variety of canned and preserved food and grocery items, personal and healthcare items. The hurricane season is worry enough. Worry less. Shop smart at S-Mart and ensure that you have all the supplies to weather the storm before, during, and after.
Here's a Crick's Vital Survival Tip for the hurricane season. The hurricane season is here. Do you know what to do? Here's a hurricane tip. Stock up on emergency supplies, including water, protective clothing, medication, batteries, flashlights, road maps, and always keep a full tank of gasoline. Remember to have canned food, sardines, tuna, sausages on hand, as well as Crick's Vital Supplies. 4 flavors to choose from. This tip was brought to you by Crick's Vital Supplies, so that if and when the storm arrives, you are more than prepared. Be smart and remember to stock up on Crick's Vital Supplies, distributed by Springfield Trading Limited.
For decades, Springfield Trading Limited has provided Dominica with a very trusted distribution platform of the highest quality, best prices. Every day can't do without products and consumer brands. And as the Springfield Trading wheels of distribution continue to turn, we serve this nation with distinction on all levels, supported by a unique merchandising service, serving all major accounts across Dominica, the best daily distribution mobile network. and a dedicated support team. It is no doubt that Springfield Trading is being saluted for its market service confidence, efficiency, and consistency. With quality in everything, Springfield Trading is providing the brands you know and have come to trust, depend, and rely on with flowing confidence. Distributors for holiday foods, Grab a Holiday, Fruta, Real Fruit Juice, Juiced Right, Buster, you've gotta have a Buster. Chubby, every day is fun day. Colgate, a world of care. Crooks Biscuits, your vital supplies. Cadbury Chocolate, makes every day delicious. And so many more products, only from Springfield Trading Limited, where quality is everything.
The President of the Commonwealth of Dominica has taken almost 2 weeks to mastermind a constitutional crisis through willful violation of the constitutional provisions for the appointment of a leader of the opposition.
Yes.
And I think you indicated you saw a letter.
I did.
I saw a letter that was addressed to
Mr. Paris,
Senator Delbert Paris. It appears that Senator Delbert Paris was the gentleman who wrote to the president, or it was a joint letter, I understand, from the senators on the opposition side and the member for the Salisbury constituency, the Honorable Jesma Paul, indicating that, according to this letter I'm reading here, purportedly in accordance with provisions section 66(2) of the Constitution of the Commonwealth of Dominica, directing the president as to the appointment of a leader of the opposition. And that is what she's writing about. And it goes on to say here, I am to advise that Her Excellency, this letter is coming from the Secretary of the President, Her Excellency, having given careful and deliberate consideration to your letter, section 66, in particular subsections 2 and 6 of the Constitution of the Commonwealth of Dominica and precedent, has determined that unelected senators are not empowered to canvass the president nor otherwise participate in the appointment of the leader of the opposition, nor is the president, on the occasion of the appointment of the leader of the opposition, required to take into account any views of unelected senators. I am to advise further that the former leader of the opposition having resigned from that office, there is no elected member of the House who appears to Her Excellency most likely to command the support of a majority of the elected members of the House who do not support the government, nor is there any elected member of the House who appears to Her Excellency to command the support of the largest single group of elected members of the House who do not support the government. Accordingly, Her Excellency has determined that there is no elected member of the House who qualifies to be elected leader of the opposition in accordance with the provisions of section 66 of the Constitution. Matt Peltier, this is disgraceful. The Constitution at section 66(2) clearly provides first option available to the president is to elect from among the elected members of the parliament who do not support the government, the elected member who commands the support of the majority of the elected members who do not support the government. In the case of Dominica at this time, you have 2 elected members who do not support the government. In this case, one has resigned. The other one is there, but for you to have the majority, both of them must agree. My understanding is that they don't agree. So you do not have an elected member now who commands the support of the majority of the elected members. The Constitution at 66(2) goes on to say, or if no such
situation can?
If no such elected member commands that support,
use a discretion.
then, not discretion. The elected member now, the one of the two, who commands